Welcome back to another episode of Sleep, Nutrition, and Movement in an area of depression on basic care routines. And this one is screens and overstimulation, protecting your energy. And the theme for the whole episode is understanding how technology impacts mood and setting gentle boundaries. Screens are wonderful. They keep us connected to our loved ones, maybe to some motivational speakers that you like, some news sources that you like, right? Some education with entertainment as well. However, they can also not be so great for ourselves and, of course, our children. So it's really important to have some healthy boundaries around our screen times to just help us all together, whether we have depression or we have no real strong emotion at the moment. This is just a really great reminder for us. So screens and depression. When depression is heavy, screens can feel like both a lifeline and a trap for us. They connect us to others when we feel isolated, but they can also drain energy, fuel comparison, and leave us feeling worse. The truth is, your nervous system wasn't designed for constant stimulation. Over time, scrolling, binge watching, or gaming for hours can deepen fatigue or numbness. Today, we'll talk about how to notice your relationship with screens and create boundaries that protect your energy. So, where do we get started from here? Of course, it's going to be about awareness. So, why screens impact mood? Well, social media often fuels comparison, shame, or overstimulation. We need to, I think, remember where people will always put the best thing out there on social media. They're never going to really put the hard time in their life or that their relationship isn't great or that they're really struggling. And so if we can keep this in mind, perhaps the comparison will lessen for us. Endless scrolling keeps your brain in a state of hyper alertness, tiring you out. And too much screen time can also disrupt sleep, eating rhythms, and body awareness. So here's a reframe for you. Screens aren't bad, but how I use them really does matter. So where do we go next from here? Well, we want to have gentle boundaries around screens. So instead of rigid no screen rules, try some soft boundaries here. Use a timer or app to remind you to pause scrolling. Create tech-free zones, so like your bed or meal times. Swap one scroll session for something grounding, like stretching, journaling, or stepping outside. So boundaries give your nervous system a chance to reset, and they are really healthy. Of course, as long as you're choosing healthy boundaries. And here is a gentle reminder for you. I can step away for a moment and come back if I want to. So where do we go next from here? Well, we're going to use screens as tools for us, not traps. And so ask yourself, does this screen time nourish me or drain me? Right? It's like a gentle check-in with your own body to know where we're at so we know what we need to do next. Notice which online activities feel supportive, connecting with a friend, watching uplifting content versus depleting, doom scrolling, endless news. Choose more of what uplifts and less of what weighs you down without guilt. I know for me with my social media, I try to watch a lot more of the motivational stuff. So I have that on my feed rather than the doom scrolling or the horrible news or whatever. And here's an anchor thought for you. I have the power to shape my digital environment. And of course, we all do. I think that's something we need to remember, that it is in our control of what we do during our day. Sometimes I get that it's not and things come up, but we can redirect ourselves to what we want after we deal with whatever came up. So let's recap and wrap up. Screens are not the enemy. They're tools. The key is using them in ways that support, not sabotage, your healing. Small boundaries can create big shifts in your mood and your energy. In the next episode, we'll explore creating a gentle rhythm with sleep, nutrition, and movement together, weaving these basics into a sustainable care routine. So now here's the comment section. You can comment on anything on this video, anything with depression, any other big emotion that you may be having, or any other area in your life. And of course, if you've moved on from maybe depression or have some boundaries that you have put in place for your own screen time, please share. I'm sure somebody would be able to really learn from that. And if you're having a hard time with what to comment on, here's a question for you. What is one small boundary you can put in place today for your screen time? Remember, you don't have to cut screens out. You just need to care for your nervous system while using them. So if this resonated with you today, take a breath before you go. Let what you heard settle in. You're not alone on this journey, and you do not have to do it all at once. If you're feeling it, like this video so more people can see it. Subscribe for new content every day, every week. And here we take tiny steps. We do real talk, and we do honest healing. If you made it this far, you get to listen about my journals I created. They really are to go hand in hand with these videos so that they could help you live a healthier lifestyle and maybe recognize where we don't want to be right now or where we are struggling. There's an anxiety journal, self-love, discipline, and discovery journal, and then there's a beach theme journal as well. And there's a kids book too, where your own kids get to learn about their own bravery, their own spark, and their own courage. And of course, there's worksheets at the end for them, and they may need your help, but here they get to write about and discover their own bravery on the inside, their own courage on the inside, and their own spark on the inside. And here is hopefully the start for them to understand that they have what they need inside of them to do the hard things in life. And again, I would just like to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.